Rhythm games. Not the most exciting or inspiring subgenre of video games historically. The idea of just pushing a particular input at exactly the right time, in synchronization with the soundtrack, seems on its face to be a really stripped back kind of gameplay that can't help but become repetitive and frankly a bit dull. No world to explore, no real freedom to experiment or anything to figure out in terms of puzzles or mysteries. And yet, they've persisted for a very long time, in no small part thanks to the innovative peripherals and controllers that have been used to transform them into what feel like genuinely new and different experiences. Parappa the Rapper really was just a controller-based beat-following game, but it was so unique at the time back in '96 that it was fresh enough to capture a cult following. Vib Ribbon was similarly unusual, but struggled to move beyond its simple push X at the right time gameplay and translate it into commercial success. It's in the arcades that these games really took off, especially in Japan, because they created immersive and different experiences with weird and wacky controllers. Banging a drum turns Taiko no Tatsujin.
It was perfect.
From a dull plodding slog into an outrageously addictive and fun time. Beatmania gave you a DJ deck to manipulate the music as instructed and made you feel like you were controlling a crowd full of drugged up drum and bass fans. You could even swap places and be one of those moshing maniacs yourself when you started jumping about on the dance pad of Dance Dance Revolution. But the real fantasy, the true ultimate wish fulfillment, would only come when Konami gave you a guitar in Guitar Freaks. Oh yeah, sorry, did I not mention that Guitar Hero wasn't the first to do this? It wasn't a new idea. Guitar Freaks was a huge hit in Japanese arcades, but we never saw it in the West. They had some patent issues apparently with the guitar controller, and at the time it was thought that the whole genre was just too niche of a taste in the US and Europe to spend the money producing the special controllers anyway. So it stayed a Japanese thing even on the PlayStation 2. But a Western company named Harmonix would prove all of that to be very, very stupid thinking when they released Guitar Hero in 2005. Cue all the money in the world piling through the door at Harmonix, because obviously it would, of course it would. Who hasn't rocked out in their bedroom with an air guitar to some iconic songs? We've all daydreamed about being on stage in front of thousands of people with a guitar around our necks. They talk about games being a power fantasy. Well, what kind of smooth-brained moron would imagine that giving people a guitar controller and letting them play along with Jimi Hendrix, Deep Purple and Black Sabbath, along with newer acts like Franz Ferdinand and Sum 41, wouldn't be an absolute monster hit? But it's these gorgeous guitar controllers that really sell the dream and complete the fantasy. Red Octane, the manufacturers, knew what they were doing with these. They designed them after specific models of Gibson guitars. But it took me until the Wii came along to get on board with this, partly because, thanks to the Wiimote integration, this guitar was wireless. There were other reasons to love Guitar Hero 3 specifically though. By this time Activision had bought the series and moved development to Neversoft, of Tony Hawk fame. And the success of the first two entries in the series meant they were willing to spend more money on this third one. So for the first time, most of the tracks here are the original recordings, instead of most of them being cover versions, as in parts 1 and 2.
How's Adam Clayton?
Adam Clayton is fine.
How's, the drummer?
The drummer is fine. Sorry.
He is not Bono, he's rubbish.
There are also actual appearances from cartoon likenesses of Slash from Guns N' Roses and Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, when they show up as bosses to challenge you to a one-on-one guitar fight, which replicates the multiplayer mode where you each play sections of a song and try to score higher than the other. Despite it all being a bit silly and cartoonish, it is genuinely a bit of a thrill to take them on, especially if you do alright. Playing Guitar Hero is so satisfying because it replicates the feeling of playing a real guitar, without requiring anything like this skill. You strum the central barrel on the main body while holding one of the fret buttons, and they do generally reflect the reality in that the notes go higher down the fret and lower up the fret, though obviously with considerably reduced complexity and accuracy. You don't have to worry about chords, although in tougher songs and at higher difficulties you do need to hold multiple fret buttons at once, or switch one finger without moving another, and in the heat of a fast-paced song it really does feel remarkably like you're actually playing. There's good feedback too, because if you miss notes, you hear it in the recording. It messes up and it sounds awful. Miss too many, and the crowd go from cheering to jeering, and the atmosphere dies real fast. Be too dreadful, and you're booed off stage entirely, can't even finish the song.
When in the sunshine. Boo, you stink!
The difficulty is also pleasingly scalable, going from the easiest setting where you only use 3 fret buttons, medium using 4, and hard using all 5, which is a real challenge by the way because you've only got 4 fingers up there. So the gameplay is borderline perfect, and each song you unlock is generally an oh shit moment, with only the odd miss here and there.
Have you seen her? Have you heard the way she plays and all the words to describe the way I feel?
But the real reason we're doing this is because we look so cool. You put the strap at full length, hold that guitar as low as it will go, and pretend like you're not even thinking about it as you strum away. Oh yeah, nobody has ever looked as cool as we did in that moment. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna do this. Let's have a look actually. Let's see just how cool we looked in that moment. So, yep. Yeah, I mean, come on. So here we go. More cool guys on Guitar Hero, and girls. Come on. What equality is about here. Oh, sorry about that, ladies. I assume you're all pregnant now. I should have given you a warning there. Yeah, cool. Okay, that's probably enough of that actually. These guitar peripherals probably don't work anymore. I know mine doesn't. I'm recording this footage using an Xbox controller, which is not fun. But if you can get to a retro arcade that has one of these, go and have a bash. There's little else that feels as awesome.